Okay, let's talk about the 2026 Oscar nominations because I spent last night doing a bunch of stuff while watching as many of the Oscar nominations as I could on HBO last night, and I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if Sinners does not sweep up at the Oscars. And that's not to say that the other movies aren't good. I just think that Sinners, that is my jam. Okay, I cried, and it wasn't just because of the story of Sinners. It was also because of the level. It was superb. It was such a superb telling of this story. And I if you tell me that the people on set did not have a special feeling or time making this movie, I would be completely shocked, because to me it comes through that there was something special happening on the set of this movie while they were making this movie. Um, Now, the other movies that I watched last night, I started with One Battle After Another because I saw somebody dogging on it, and I was like, what do you mean it's not a good movie? I watched it, I liked it, and I think that Leonardo DiCaprio was very effortless in, he's so casual about being the characters that he's portraying. And this one, this one, here's the thing. So I watched One Battle After Another, The Alabama Solution, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Weapons, and then the If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You was the last one that I watched, and it auto played into Dead of Winter with Emma Thompson. I'm actually really sad that Dead of Winter was not an Oscar nomination, because I love Emma Thompson, and if there's anybody in the industry whose career I envy, it's hers and Viola Davis. And Emma Thompson, this one, she really stepped out of her comfort zone, and she delivered, as she always does. And so I'm like, I was so mad it's not an Oscar nomination. It's one of the best movies that I watched last night. I would say out of the movies that I watched last night, my top would be honestly Dead of Winter, and then One Battle After Another, and then Smashing Machine. I didn't really like Weapons. Well, and I will say I also didn't really like If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I mean, it kind of falls into the same realm as Night Bitch. I love cerebral movies, which is why I love Jordan Peele movies. But Night Bitch and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You is kind of like, why? Well, Night Bitch had more of a why to it that I understood, but I don't know. It's just not my jam. We'll put it that way. And so here's the thing, like the Alabama Solution, everyone should put their eyes on the Alabama Solution. I'm going to cry talking about it, but it's one of those ones, not that we need another thing to worry about or advocate for, but it is one that everybody should watch, everybody should have knowledge of, because this should not be happening in our country. This should not be happening in our country. It is tragic, it is heartbreaking, it is maddening. So make sure that you do watch it. I haven't watched The Devil is Busy yet, and what is the other one? I don't know what other, the ones that aren't on HBO are the ones that I haven't watched, so I have to go watch Hamnet, and I don't know what else. But I don't think there's going to be anything that gets me to break up with the idea that Sinners should sweep up across the board. The Smashing Machine with The Rock. Oh, that, yeah, okay. I think he did a great job. I think he's done so many movies that kind of capitalize on his showmanship, being that he's done a lot of comedy movies. This is not a comedy movie, and his humor is not centered. And I think in that way, he did an honor to Mike Kerr. Is it Mike or Mark? I'm confused. Mark Kerr. Sorry, because in the movie he's portrayed, I think, is Mike Kerr. So I think he did a real honor to somebody who is an unsung hero in the industry. And it was kind of funny to see him with the prosthetics and the makeup that they did for him. but he did a good job of not leaning on his showmanship, you know, because he's built his career on being The Rock. He's built his career on comedy. And this is the first time in, well, not the first time, but this is the first time to an Oscar level that he has stepped out of that. And I think it's just, I think he did a really good job. But like I said, I don't think it competes for the front runner with Sinners. Um, let's see. Weapons, I don't know. I was looking for a why and I couldn't find it. And my brain, even though I love cerebral movies, just couldn't find it. Couldn't find it, and I don't know. That's the thing, is that a lot of times movies that I don't agree with are the movies that end up being winners. So anyways, I'm going to go spend the rest of the day working on some things and watching all of the other Oscar nominations that I can find.